Well, welcome back everybody to the last couple of chapters now. Again, all important. This one is the one that will change your life. All right, these are the chapters that as a Nipper chairperson, a Nipper management team will change your life. So this is one's on people management. Lots of ideas here, but we'll try and get through as quick as we possibly can. So you have to have a Nipper target program. You have to have a Nipper engagement program. They will save your life or make your life very, very difficult. All right, I was at a presentation the other day on surf lifesaving. A whole bunch of people from different clubs were in the room. I heard two gentlemen from two other clubs talking about how difficult it was to engage with the Nipper parents. They only had 10 parents engaged. They had 150 kids in each program, but only 10 parents engaged. And I said to them, where's your engagement program? And they said, what? What are you talking about? I said, we have to be proactive to them. We have to offer them as much or even more than we offer their children. They have to see that they're actually getting something out of this, not just their kids. Because if we don't do that, and their kid wants to go home and says, oh, do I have to go back? No, you don't have to go back. How about after 9 years? We had you for 9 years. We trained you into a lifesaver and you want to go home and go, and mum and dad go, yeah, that's fine, don't worry, stop it. We need their support. We need their endorsement. We need them to be on board with what we're doing. So, create opportunities. We came up with that list before, and I hope that you can all do at least half that list this season. You can get to amazing positions by the end of next season. Your parent induction sessions are not just about the program, not just about this, not just about if your kids can do this, they can compete, they're going to get this uniform. It's the parent induction session to your club. You are representing your club when you talk to those parents. All right? And they will know nothing or less than nothing. Like I said, 86% of parents come from no SLS background. Nothing. Don't even know what surf lifesaving is actually all about. All right, so it's our role to make sure that we get our brand and our message and our culture to these parents. All right, supporting a parent's pathway package that they can actually go through. They can do their age manager, they can do their age assisting, they can do their bronze, do their first aid, have some fun, hop in the little red boat, hop on patrol. It's a wonderful scenario when you can get those people involved and they bring their maturity, their experience and their skills to Nippers and to your club as a whole. All right, communication within your club, and I'm saying the whole club here. You have stakeholders. As a Nipper team, you have stakeholders. Who are they? Well, the first stakeholder is going to be your Nippers and your parents. So they're sort of a bit internal. Your president, are they incredibly supportive of what you're doing? Do they engage with you? Do they talk to you? Do they love your fantastic reports? Or are you the lady or gentleman who's just in charge of this group of kids over here in the corner? I hope it's the former, not the latter. Your management team, your sponsorship manager of the club. You should be shoulder to shoulder with that person, looking for opportunities as a club, not as Nippers and as seniors. You need to work together. You will get a much better outcome. Other stakeholders, the local community, absolutely. Do they know what you're doing? Imagine a nice little banner on the front of your fence when you're doing Nippers on a Sunday morning that says training the lifesavers of tomorrow is what we do at Bronte Nippers. I didn't know that. I just thought you put kids in and out of the water and they chase those little rubber hoses. No idea about training lifesavers. But then guess what? That's what we're doing. That's where all the energy is going. So what's your message? How you're delivering it, your different comms. Obviously working with the club on the club's Facebook page, not just in Nipperland, because your message is going out to the wider audience. Obviously your social stuff is different today. You should have a communication strategy with your communications director under your club, not separate, working with them. So basically working with them in everything you're doing. Sponsors opportunities, hopefully inviting them down, Not just taking their coin, but inviting them down. When was the last time your Nipper Club invited the mayor down? Some of the councillors to come down and actually see what you're doing on a Sunday morning. Maybe you'd like to put the mayor out maybe 30 or 40 metres in the water with some water safety and go and save him. I know when we were in Israel a couple of years ago doing lifesaving out there, we actually got the ambassador to come down, and they put the ambassador in the water to show him how good we were at rescuing people. So have some fun with things, right? But make sure your engagement level is out there. People know who you are, what you're doing, what you're trying to achieve, the fun that you're having, and the effort that you're going to. Really, really important. Okay, your social media practices. We can spend the rest of the afternoon and into early evening on this project. All right, but we are covered by the SLSA social media policy. You're covered by your photographic policy. But don't forget, what you put on social media, the world can see. Don't believe just in closed groups. The world can see. All right, so make sure that you are covering yourself in social media. You are only presenting those photos which represent your club in its best attributes. Only messaging is getting out there via defined people, not the rest of the world. You don't want the whole world commentating on different things, because that'll get out of hand and you'll have a little incident that you'll actually have to try and control. All right, so how you develop your comms, I can guarantee that within every Nipper Club within Sydney branch and most branches within the state, there are communication specialists. If you ask for one inside your club, I guarantee you're going to find one mother or father who's a communication specialist and can come and help you do this sort of stuff. Today, it's an absolute priority to get it right. If you get it wrong, it can go really wrong. All right? How many team apps do you have? Who's got access to team app? Are the age managers in there? Are all the parents in there? Who's managing it? You need to know. If it's in your name, who's using our logo? Who's using the club's logo in their particular comms, in their social? Well, how did you get that logo? Oh, we just pulled it off the net. Did anybody give you permission to use the club logo? No, but we thought it'd be okay. No. All right, so within this, you need to have a package ready to go. You need to know what you're doing. You need to know your parameters. So work within the policies, work with the specialists that you can possibly find inside your club, and make sure that the voice that's going out represents you and the culture of your club. All right, very, very important. Okay, decision making on a Sunday morning or a Tuesday morning or a Tuesday night. The more you are going to be leading, the more decisions you're going to find you have to make all the way through running Nippers. But the more information, the more knowledge your team has, then it's going to make it 10 times easier for you, because they can make decisions on the way. Do your team know what they can actually do and what you're requiring from them? Does your team know what they can decide things upon or what they need you for? Is it always grey? Hence you get 35 emails every day asking silly questions, right? Decision making is based on knowledge and it's based on leadership. And sometimes these decisions can be quite far reaching, especially on a Sunday morning if you have to make one really quickly. If you're making quick decisions, then you've got to have all the knowledge behind that decision. If you haven't got the knowledge, if you haven't got the understanding, if you haven't got the experience, please don't make the decision. Make it later. Don't make those rash decisions which actually impact upon people. So follow the procedures, follow our codes of conduct, very, very important for you. Make sure you work within your decision-making area. You're not making decisions on behalf of the club, I can guarantee it. You're not making decisions on behalf of the budget, I can guarantee that. All right? But make sure that you have got the knowledge and the understanding of what your parameters are for all your work. Obviously, influencers, crazy parents freaking out about stuff in your ear, we all know it happens, but you're not going to make the decision in that moment. You're going to manage them, you're going to move them away from everybody else, you're going to bring somebody else in with you. You're not going to be one-on-one, you're going to bring someone else in with you, male or female, depending on who they are. someone who's a member, someone you can trust. All right, don't get yourselves caught in those sort of situations as a leader within the club. And not forgetting, you are an amazing, important community leader. You're not just the chair of Nippers, you're a community leader. You got more influence than the guy coaching the footy team. You got more influence than half the councillors in your council area. You're an incredibly important community leader, and that's who you have to be presenting all the time, and obviously with your club colours on. All right, having a team, I'm seeing teams here today, which is absolutely fantastic. You need teams that you can trust. Have a chat about trust in your leadership sessions, in your club sessions, please. Talk about the word trust. Talk about the word care, because obviously within our world we're talking with children, we're talking with different agendas sometimes, but trust and care are two important words we need to bring into Nippers. We trust our team, we care for our team, and we manage within that circle. I could go on quite extensively on this, but I think we need to know what we need to do within that particular area. All right, delegation. Have a look at what you've got to do. You've got an enormous job to do. Surely you can delegate. Surely you've got people out there who can put up their hand. For the Nipper chairs that are here today, have you got a plan for the next one? Who's following in the footsteps of this particular person? They should be 2 years out, not tap on shoulder, are you ready to go in 3 months' time? It should be at least 2 years out to understand what's going on. Allocation. You don't need to be in charge of education and training. You don't need to be in charge of water safety. You don't need to be in charge of competition. You don't need to be in charge of apparel or budget. But you need to be in charge of all those people who are doing a really good job. Should a Nipper management team have KPIs? Those little key performance indicators? Yes, absolutely. Maybe not like work, but people need to know the parameter. They need to know what you are expecting, what you define as deliverable. If they don't know, I can guarantee you they're not going to aim up for it. So it's really important that you share your understanding of what you're thinking. Responsibility for allocated tasks, yep. Guess what? The budget needs to be delivered in 3 weeks. Guess when it needs to be delivered? 3 weeks, not 6. All right, water safety supervisor needs to have done this stuff on Thursday, not Friday. Okay, there is responsibility for all these tasks, and basically 99% of people will adhere to those tasks. And accountability, absolutely important. And again, that comes from your culture, it comes from your leadership within the club. All right, briefing, debrief. Obviously you all do this before Nippers. Hoping you do debriefs after Nippers also. What went wrong? What can we improve on? Do you have a plan of improvement? Is that a word that you use at your Nipper club? Not a word that comes up a lot, but a word that should come up. Okay, that was good, but can we make it better? How do we improve? All right, where are those little holes in what we're doing? So your debriefs in the morning are obviously going to be on safety, what you need to achieve for the day, our programming, who's who in the zoo, and your debriefs afterwards are going to be as important. Don't just let age managers walk off the beach after their day. They may have had a shocker. Who knows? All right, but it's really important that they are there afterwards and you can share with them, finding out what's going on, finding out any issues, patting them on the back, giving them an elbow tap today, making sure they actually feel appreciated and feel they're supported. They are the people at the coalface, they're the people doing all the work. They need to be debriefed effectively. All right, we've been through complaints and grievances. So for all of you, you need to know the grievance officer within your club. You need to know the process. You need to know what will happen. You need to know who to go to. You need to have their number in your phone on a Sunday. It might come to that you need to call them straight away. And you need to know your member protection information officers. They are names that I hope you never have to use, but they are names and roles that you will have to use at some stage, and you need to know who they are have a little catch up before with them so you know what to do from your end, because you are now dealing with a situation that could really disrupt your NIPA program. Too many stories about how things have started so small and got out of control because they weren't managed effectively in those first couple of days. Okay, so very, very, very important. Okay, so we'll finish our little session on that one, and then we'll move on to our building and growing junior activities. Thank you.